Moving on to an outstanding loan performer at the minute. Bailey Peacock-Farrell has received the international call from Northern Ireland as his outstanding start to the season continues. Wednesday's on-loan keeper from Premier League Burnley has been named in the squad for 3 upcoming fixtures. Ireland visit Lithuania in a World Cup 22 qualifier on 2nd of September, followed by a home clash with Switzerland 6 days later. Sandwiched in between the 2 Group C games is an international challenge match against Estonia in Tallinn. Peacock-Farrell yet to concede a goal for Wednesday this term. He has now.
Yeah.
He has now. Just one. Has 23 caps under his belt and is expected to add to that tally next month. Northern Ireland manager Ian Barraclough said, to have players playing at any level is massive, but Bailey needed to move away from Burnley at this moment in time to find himself first-team football, and he's done that with a great club in Sheffield Wednesday. I expect them to be fighting for those promotion places in League One, so hopefully he's gone to a club on the up. I do feel that that's the case.
Same.
Congratulations for the call-up. I think he should start for them. I think he should definitely, the quality he has been for us this season.
Just don't get injured.
Far. Shh, don't do that. You did that to Hutch.
I know. But that's the only worry I've got with him going out.
You need to stop this. You did it to Hutch, and now Hutch is injured. Don't do it to Peacock-Farrell, because we are in trouble. Here's the downside, right? He gets a call up and say the Sunderland match is now being postponed, but that's on a Sunderland perspective. We didn't meet our international quota to get it postponed. So we could have had to play that if Sunderland had decided to. And I'm glad we didn't, because we wouldn't have been able to play Peacock-Farrell. And if we'd have had to not play Peacock, because in League One, if you are unaware, we've been in the Championship for quite a while. You don't have an international break. You play through the international break. Which is actually great for somebody who likes to still have club football with that. However, if you are a bigger club in if you are a bigger club in League One, you will have some internationals, maybe for the different home nations, things like that, yeah. So when they get called up, they can't play in your fixtures, but your fixtures do go ahead, unless I believe it's 3 from a club. Then you can request.
You can request it to be postponed.
Yeah, but I think that both clubs have to agree to it. So Wednesday obviously agreed to it on Sunderland's end.
Even Darren Moore went absolutely yes.
Yeah. They go, can we postpone it because we've got over 3 internationals? Yes, we've not got our keeper, right? So this is the best thing for it in that regard. Great on a call. What I want to talk about is Susan Egan wrote into the Talking Wednesday podcast this week and said, should we make Peacock-Farrell permanent?
Yes.
Yes.
100% yes. If we can make him a permanent feature at the club, fantastic. Because he's showing how much of a good keeper he is. And it's early days, I know, but so far at the back, we look like the keeper behind the back 4 or back 3 or whatever we play. That he's commanding them. They've got confidence in him. He's got confidence in them. And it's that kind of thing that we were lacking for a lot of the last 2 seasons, I'll say.
Right. Nick Pope is currently Burnley's number 1, right?
Yep.
He's 29. He's got another 3 years, 4 years of being a top keeper, probably. Bailey Peacock-Farrell is 24. Are you going to keep loaning him till he's 28? Yep. Or are you going to let him move? Now, if we get promoted, and I think we'd have to get promoted, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we should do all we can to sign Bailey Peacock-Farrell on this early showing. We will update this as the season goes on. We will talk about it in more detail. But as it currently stands, we are seeing a confidence in a back line again. And not just because Iorfa's back, but it comes from the goalkeeper. We were saying this last season. We need somebody to be able to settle that back line, inspire them with confidence, and make sure they're organised. Peacock-Farrell's coming on loan, and he's done that, I will give a great shout-out to Cameron Dawson, who's doing brilliantly at Exeter in League Two.
Yeah.
And he is our keeper. And I'd like to see him come back and fight for that number 1 spot, but I think Peacock-Farrell should be our priority as it currently stands. However, having a keeper on loan in League Two is a great sign for if he performs really well for them and comes back in and gets a chance at Wednesday, it might be Dawson's time. So it's kind of, in that sense, it's a win-win. But it could also be a lose-lose. If Dawson's level isn't the Championship, we get promoted and we can't sign Peacock-Farrell and Dawson still struggles in the Championship. Obviously, I'm leaving Wildsmith out of that one. I think Wildsmith needs a loan as well, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think one of our keepers, Dawson or Wildsmith, is going to suffer from the fact that one of them has to come in and sit on the bench. And that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. It's a shame because they are good keepers, the pair of them, Wildsmith and Dawson. And the thing that you got with Peacock-Farrell, the reaction from the Wednesday players to that penalty save said everything you needed to say about how that squad know how good he is and how they trust him. Because they immediately just, Barry Bannon jumped in his arm, for God's sake.
He's made 4 appearances for Burnley.
Is that it?
4.
It's like they were just signing him for backup anyway on Leeds.
Well, his career, he obviously he was at Leeds. He made 28 appearances for them in 2018-19. He's only ever been on loan once before, and that was to York when he was at Leeds in the National League. So he obviously, we send him some players to the National League at the minute. He was in that situation. He'd have been much younger. Burnley, he made no appearances in his first season there, and the 2020-21 season, so last season, he made 4 appearances, and 2 of them, and they were both. Oh, hang on, I might be lying. Was it right? It's down as. Yeah, they've put it down as league appearances, but it looks like it could have just been cup appearances, the FA Cup and the League Cup. I don't know if he made a Premier League appearance.
Right. How long's his contract?
Oh, no. Right. Apparently, he made 4 Premier League appearances. That'll have been when Pope was picked up and knocked for a while, I think. Yeah. He made 2 appearances in the FA Cup and 2 appearances in the League Cup. And he's made 5 appearances for us so far. And he's going to be our number 1.
Yeah.
If he enjoys it here, the struggle is I think we will struggle to get him. I think we will struggle to keep him.
It'll be that whole thing that everyone will see him on our radar because they'll see how good he's doing. And then we'll have a bloody battle to get him in. But that being said, I'm confident in Darren Moore if there is going to be a battle that Darren Moore can turn around and go, yep, I'm going to get you to come back.
Yeah. They've also got Hennessy at Burnley and Will Norris.
Have they actually? They got Hennessy. I did not know they got Hennessy.
Let me double check. Yep.
He was a free agent as well, I think.
Unless he's been released. No, he went from Palace, he joined Burnley as a free transfer. Hennessy is their backup, he's on their bench.
So Peacock-Farrell doesn't fit in then?
Well, he does because he's their youngest keeper.
But he's third choice.
You could say that because Will Norris. Yeah, Will Norris made 2 appearances for them in the league last season. He's 28 though, so I think they do see Peacock-Farrell as a viable replacement for the future. It's whether they want him to sit there.
Yeah.
It's whether he's willing to sit there for the next 3 or 4 years.
And I don't think he is.
No. The first step for me should be at least try and get him on loan again next season.
Yeah.
But we need to invest in our keepers. Kieran Westwood was massive for us, right? Because we always knew we could rely on our goalkeeper and it was a position we didn't need to worry about. But when you have to worry about your goalkeeping position, it's a massive worry.
Yeah, it turns into a big headache.
Yeah. So
I think
do all you can to sign him, but let's just enjoy it this season. And you never know, his form might fall off a cliff. Hopefully not.
And I think that's where we kind of dropped the ball in terms of our recruitment in keeper, because we were expecting Dawson to Wildsmith to be those 2 backups ready to step in. And it didn't kind of work because I think after you saw the first performances with Dawson for Josh Lukai, you could have seen maybe it's time to start looking at someone else just in case. But I think that's why we got Luke Jackson signed up to a 4-year deal. He's our one that's going to be the one that we're going to be looking to improve on. So keeper's always been an interesting one at Wednesday because we've always had a very good keeper, and then we get to this point every time where, oh no, our really good keeper gone and we don't have another one. We need to scratch around for another. It's always been the case.
Mm-hmm. And this time we need to do something about it early on.
Yeah.